Director Albence, yesterday we heard from Chief Provost in our Border Patrol oversight hearing. As you can imagine, we spent a lot of time pursuing questions about the overcrowding and detention facilities at the southwest border. As you would surmise, because HHS received more funds in the supplemental to care for unaccompanied minors, Border Patrol was able to quickly move minors out of CBP sites and into ORR facilities. Conversely, because ICE did not receive funds in the supplemental and didn't receive an increase in the regular fiscal year 2019 bill, CBP is still sitting on a lot of single adults at the border with no relief in sight. Because of this backup, and because the numbers of apprehensions at the border are still astronomically high, CBP facilities, both OFO and Border Patrol, are beyond capacity every single day. The Inspector General has published reports in just the last weeks on the dangers to both the migrants and your colleagues at CBP. What are you doing to ensure that the southwest border apprehensions are a priority for beds and transport within the ICE system, sir?
Thank you. Excuse me. Let me be first to commend Chief Provost and her CBP team for doing a tremendous job under the most incredibly difficult circumstances that there are out there.
Thank you.
We are in the process of ramping up our detention. Unfortunately, we made a conscious decision during the continuing resolution period to not acquire additional detention space because we didn't know where the appropriations bill would end up, and we did not want to end up further in the hole than we were. So as a result of not getting the appropriations until February and then starting the process to identify additional beds, and it takes a longer time to turn them on. When HHS gets additional money, they have Homestead or they have a facility such as that where they can turn on beds quickly. When we want to turn on a facility, we have to generally have to go to a contractor, and they need to recruit, train, hire, vet their personnel, plus get the facility up to speed to meet our standards prior to placing individuals into that. So we've turned on about 6,000 or 7,000 beds during the course of the year thus far. We've got about another 4,000 or 5,000 that will be turned on by the end of August. And that's the culmination of the process that began once we received the budgets and started moving forward. So our modeling indicated to us that we were going to need to have those beds, but we just simply didn't have the funds to turn them on in a timely fashion.
Yes, sir, and I'm clearly empathetic